you can't shortcut relationships, but the rooms that you put yourself in and those that you attract into can change everything. From 8 live mastermind Zoom calls to in-person events to lifelong friendships, this group has absolutely changed my entire trajectory. And up until now, I was so grateful that I joined this group. However, now you, who maybe didn't make that same decision when you came over to EXP, have the opportunity to put your agents in those rooms and see the success of revenue share that we have seen, that we've grown, that we've come to absolutely understand and love. Let's go. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane, the Real Estate Agent Playbook, eXp Realty. I'm going to cut right to it. The truth is, I have helped agents scale their revenue share business just like you. Agents who thought that they didn't offer anything or didn't have anything to offer their agents because they didn't want to babysit. I have helped those agents scale a revenue share organization to 30, 40 agents, or 2 or 3. Either way, it's life-changing. So if you're interested in that, text me, DM me, whatever you need to do. Let's make that a reality for you, because agents are just like you right where you are. Maybe don't have the connection to an upline, maybe don't have the time to leave production to focus on offering value to new agents who are calling you every single day wanting to build a team. If that's you, let's go. We're going to talk about it. I was reminded of the power of environment this last week when I attended one of our top agents, Suman Kim, an in-person event there in Austin. It was Suman, John Michael Perez, Jordan Brown, all of the Austin, Texas Wolfpack agents. 215 agents in the room. The energy was absolutely insane. The collaboration was next level, but the proximity and the environment was everything, right? It made sense. The Wolfpack of Austin absolutely crushes it. Great people. I have a few agents down there that we were plugging into that, as well as agents that weren't even in the Wolfpack coming up to me, asking me what this was, what the environment was, all of the things. And the truth is, it's just unmatched. The power of the environment is absolutely key. When people were asked about YouTube in that room, 50, 60% of people, raise their hands saying they had YouTube channels. That's insane, right? That's the power of the environment. That's the power of having the modern strategies right in front of you, live on masterminds, the support, and people around you doing things the modern way, how you want to build business. Because the truth is that those hands aren't going up in other rooms, right? Who's on YouTube? Truthfully, 4% of agents actually utilize YouTube to build their brand according to NAR. Well, when you break that down across multiple markets, multiple cities, multiple states, multiple hyper-local markets, the competition is very slim. So then the question becomes, why haven't you done it? You know you wanted to, you're doing okay on video, you like the Instagram shorts. The reason that you maybe haven't done it or decided to scale your business in a modern way is because when you go into the office, people say, oh no, you don't need to do that. You need to just plug in your sphere, do this, do that. The truth is, YouTube is a, plug into your sphere on crack, to be completely honest. So that environment is absolutely key. The Wolfpack is extremely competitive, but we all want to win and we all will pick each other up as we go. And just that piece, as you're building something that's different, that's a little bit outside of the box, it takes coming and going and doing the things, right? Suman Kim, my good buddy, OG in the Wolfpack with me, right? 87 transactions, $67 million in volume in his first year in a new town using YouTube. Did not close a deal for 6 months of that, right? So he made that technically in a 6-month time frame. What would have happened if he would have stopped at month 5? What would have happened if he didn't have the Wolfpack mastermind calls and the support and the relationships he was building and the relationship he had with Mike Sherrard at that time? The world in Austin would be a lot different. The real estate landscape and new construction would be very different, right? If he had just given up. But he had the support, he had the drive, he had the mentors, he had the relationships in order to keep going, keep pressing record, keep posting those videos. And that's the difference. And that's the environment that you, as an agent, can now plug people into, right? Talk about a hands-off piece, right? We have the weekly masterminds. We have the strong accountability. We celebrate, wins. We celebrate growth. We have the live events, right? When you're plugging an agent that's coming to you saying, hey, I would love to be a part of your team or be a part of your organization or, pick your brain about real estate, but you have 15 deals under contract and you're managing 30 properties and you're doing this and you have, your family and all of the things. You're like, I just can't take my eyes off of this income stream to focus on this one. Well, now you can. You can plug them into that culture. You can be a part of their story, their journey, right? Even if it's just plugging them in, right? You don't have time to babysit. Well, guess what? Someone in our group does. Right? You don't have time to create a social media training? Well, guess what? Our group does. And so this is the kind of thing that you are taking an agent who's trying to crush it, who wants to be at Capper, who wants to be Icon, and you're putting them into this situation that changes the game for them. And then what happens? Then they're plugged into the growth models. They have access to the #1 attractor at all times, step-by-step training on how to grow revenue share, access to our live agent attraction calls, partnership with myself and other agents who have been trained and successful in closing agent after agent after agent to join our group at EXP. You get all of this, right? So what a bolt-on to your business. While we start to build that revenue share, train that agent to attract. The honest truth is when you get into attraction, it's such an amazing feeling when that first agent pops on your revenue share stream that you haven't talked to. What that comes with is the duplication opportunities with rev share. When one of my agents maybe has an agent who they're talking to, trying to get going in attraction, and that agent has a contact, they plug them into, my first tier agent and they close the deal. They don't even need me because they've had that training and so on. Well, that could be you. Right? Plug them into me or Louie or whoever, you decide to, co-sponsor and have the sponsor in the Wolfpack. There's so many different options. And so this is an absolute game changer for you because when I came to EXP, I wanted to get 10 Icon Agents awards, right? I'm at 4, but my goal was to not even focus on revenue share until I had 10. Well, if I did that, I would still have to produce and still have to have that income with production in order to, truly exit production. Where now it's starting to grow by year 10, my income for revenue share will outpace my production income anyways, and I'll be able to slowly pull back on production and eventually exit production because of the systems and the processes and all of this. I want that for you as a top producer, right? So co-sponsorship makes this possible. You don't need to build something to plug your agents into for success. So how's it work? The Wolfpack member is introduced, right? I have a ton of agents on my first tier that offer a ton of excess value, right? So you would plug them in. You and I have a conversation. You say, okay, this is kind of what we got going on. Then we introduce the agent. The Wolfpack member would be the sponsor, so they get access to the multiple tiers of value, not just mine, right? The co-sponsor offers their value, whatever they have. If they don't have any, and that's okay. The sponsor and all of their upline gives all of their value for free because they're in that organization, technically as the sponsor. You get that agent on your first tier, right? And we plug and play. They have direct connection to me. They have direct connection to people within their upline, within their sponsor's upline. And here we go. Now we're building it, right? Now we're teaching them how to sell houses. You have to sell houses to earn rev share, so that's good, right? Then we're talking about attraction. When you're selling houses, how do you attract agents? How do you build relationships with agents? How do you do that? Now all of a sudden they're attracting. You get access to your full revenue share on those 7 tiers because you're the co-sponsor. And here we go. Now we're making a difference. Now we're building a sustainable income for you because you're busy on this other income stream. You're doing this, you're doing that. But because you're busy here, you have all of these connections. People want to be in your proximity. People want to be with you, right? So now, instead of setting them up and just saying, here you go figure it out, I'm too busy, right? You can say, here's a bolt-on that's absolutely incredible. Nothing changes. They're still on your tier 1, but they have access to absolutely incredible state-of-the-art additional resources that are included beyond what EXP already offers. So who's this for, you ask? Agents who want to offer something, offer real mentorship, but need that support. For agents that actually care about the people they're bringing to the company, but they know in their heart that they don't have the time to focus on that agent or focus on building a system or a process that they can hand off, right? Absolutely incredible for those agents. Leaders who don't have time or infrastructure to train or don't have a ton of layers of value or real value above them, right? This model is built different, right? The Wolfpack was built in a way, and we are encouraged and we are trained as leaders to offer something that's a little bit different than what, our other sponsor offers. Social media, branding, YouTube, all of that, certainly a major offering, a lot of success in social media. However, if the next agent down the line offered what Mike offers is social media training, there's no diversity. That's why it's different. Social media, branding, training, all of that. Then you have systems, processes, time management. Then you have lead generation, organization, which is what I offer. Then, below me, you have AI and CRM, or you have niche training, or you have, specific, high level growth training through events and those kind of things. And so you see that those are all different, right? So instead of you having to figure that out and encourage your agents above or your agents below to build that, when they're in this, ecosystem, they get access to that, right? And ultimately, this is for builders, for growth-minded entrepreneurs that just can't scale, right? They just can't figure it out without burning out because they have such a good income stream here, because they're great real estate agents. They have great transaction, counts. They have great experiences with their clients, but that income is very, very hard to just replace and jump over to something different. So this allows for that slow build and allows for that agent, that top producing agent, that builder, to have opportunity to scale an additional stream of income absolutely free of charge, absolutely without having to leave a brokerage or whatever, right? You now have the opportunity as a co-sponsor to sponsor agents into the Wolfpack. We have a live mastermind, but I want you to book a call with me below. We can talk about it. We can set your systems up. We can compare our uplines. Maybe you have some value to offer and maybe that comes into play, but let's make a plan. Then we have a co-sponsorship mastermind that we're going to be running at least for the next 6 to 8 weeks, so we can talk about this, so we can meet new people, so we can understand what the different value propositions are to give you fuel to absolutely go out and have conversations or just field the incoming ones you're already having. And then we have a lifelong partnership that could develop from this. So if you're interested in that, please book a call. As I tell you, I have absolutely helped agents in your position who feel like maybe they don't have what it takes, or, the Mike Sherrards and the Brent Goves and all the people are so far out there of reach. But let's build something that works for you, and let's start your exit strategy growth right here, right now. I'm all in. Give me a call.